everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Stafford's Lions going up against Manning's Giants.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. With a carry. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. They go back to Riddick. And he is level. Knocked down hard. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Not surprising to see Collins in on the tackle. He had 125 of them last year, most by a safety in Giants history.
He plays like a linebacker in the run game. His biggest improvement last year, his ability to defend the pass. He's going to be one of the best safeties in the league for a long time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Being shot. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Now Riddick. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Here's Riddick. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. The gun, Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. fresh set of downs here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Stafford on first down. This complete to Jones. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ross Cockrell.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
So they're operating in the red zone. First and goal from the 5. On the ground, it's Riddick. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw is Manning. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing on first down is Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense is just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 50, Stafford. Flush to his right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin as the Lions are. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Powering forward. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run again now with Darquan. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Darquan. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On play action, it's Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Am I giving away my age when I remember Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie entering the NFL?
Well, that doesn't make you old.
No, it doesn't. It makes me feel old. But I'm telling you, when he first hit the league, one of those long corners, a lot of length, they can play the football, had 6 interceptions, tied for 2nd in the NFL in 2016.
And so good they had to name him twice. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete here on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Darkwa. And he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Play action. Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Stafford now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Stafford. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 4th down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Manning. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Stafford. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with a... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake. Manning. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency now.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for his second sack of the night. To throw on second down is Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, They ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On first down, it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Stafford on third down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Keenan Robinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Manning to throw on second down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
And there's Golden Tate doing exactly what he does well. Extra yards after the catch.
Exactly. To your point, among wide receivers, no one had more yards after the catch than Tate last year at 635. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run with Darkwa. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker Aldrich Rosas for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Halfback sent in motion. Stafford on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right there around the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this looks to probably be the final play. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-1 And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.